Thank you all. So nice to be here. I am indebted to Frank, who is an amazing person with his interest in science and his love of music and his real interest in forwarding music. I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful to Professor Birchnall and the University of Georgia at Athens and all of you for being here. So to explain a little bit of what my background is, I taught for many years in the Ann Arbor, Michigan area, and I had a studio of 40 musicians with whom I worked almost every week for 1 hour. And these students were not enrolled with me because I was teaching independently of the University of Michigan, but these individuals wanted a high level of musical training, and because I'd studied in Paris and had the fixed solfège method and I knew about the French training, I was asked if I would tutor. And I had an unusual background because I was somebody with relative pitch who was always competing with people with absolute pitch. So one of the things that you can, I'm sure, appreciate is that it's quite frustrating for those of us with relative pitch to be able to keep up with those who do not have that. So absolute pitch is this ability to hear a pitch out of nowhere and be able to identify it. And it's a wholly different way of perceiving music than for those of us who are not relying on that, but are rather relying on our ability to hear musical intervals. So one of the ways I got started with my students, just a few of them at the beginning, was I would do this little test. And you folks, if you will, just participate like they would. I'm just going to ask you to tell me what you think these intervals are that I'm playing. I don't want you at all to worry about it being right or wrong. Just mostly it's just sort of to get us started, okay? So if I play this, what's that? Very good. What's this? That was a perfect fourth. Good. So one, good. Minor second, good. What's this? Pardon? Good. That's fine. Okay, good. Could you guys speak up? By the way, throughout this whole thing, thank you, because that'll be real important. So to speak up. What I will be helping you to do is be able to do that. So don't worry if you don't know it. That's my job, is to help you do that. So what about this one? Good. What about this one? Good. Major second. Good. What about this one? Good. Actually, perfect fifth. Okay, a little bit more difficult. Now, tell me what these intervals are. So by the way, this is a typical test that would be given for people in their recognition. In fact, they would usually be given 10 questions, and they'd say, number 1, again, and you'd write it down. Major second. Number 2, you know, like we just did. And you'd get to hear it twice and you'd write it down, all right? Then they would do this. Tell me what the intervals are now. Perfect fourth, okay, a little bit less fast. What's this? Good, excellent. Ladder? Major 6, good, okay. What's this one? Minor 7th, good. What's this one? Tritone, okay, good. Now tell me what each interval is that I'm playing in this melody. So you'll, for example, 4th, major 2nd, minor 3rd, major 3rd, 2nd, major 2nd, all right? Okay, here we go.
You have lost.
I proved my point, okay? So the irony is somebody with absolute pitch is hearing D, G, A flat, D flat. So it seems silly. There are only 12 pitches. What's your problem? Like, can't you tell yellow from green, blue from purple? What's your problem? And those of us with relative pitch, does this make sense to learn how to do this? What is that interval? It doesn't relate to what music is actually about, which is that you have to be able to perceive it in real time. You have to be able to perceive it in the flow of music. And this is what makes it so challenging, is that we're really often not taught how to recognize these things by their sound.